going over the Lamar Jackson saga. I know it's one that's really hot, but it's been heating up here as there have been some new developments, mainly the OBJ sign, what that all means. But before I get into that, let me give you some receipts on how this works, okay? So Lamar was a 30-round draft pick. So that entitles him to a 5-year contract, 5-year option. That 5-year option was picked up in 2022. So with that many years since 2020, he has been trying to get a long-term extension. So what usually happens, from what I've been checking out from the big networks, was usually right around the owners meetings. There's like 2 or 3 sets of those. The owners meetings and the combine is usually when a lot of these deals get done. But in Lamar Jackson's case, he has, and I think he also has a non-certified agent that trying to get done. That ain't gonna happen. So he's kind of toiled for about 2 years when this, if he was Herbert, Deshaun, Mahomes, Rodgers, those guys got done. And those guys all have agents. So an agent is basically a buffer. Unless you are brokering your own deal, which I may do myself. At some point in time, if I get that lucky and blessed to be doing it. You need someone basically to buffer the negative comments and keeping it to context that you're a product. You're a sole team concept. So you're one of the most important contractors on this team. But we gotta have you in place to get everything else situated. And we have a hard cap based to the salary cap. So we're gonna get into what he was offered, and I'm gonna tell you how it breaks down. He was offered, rumored allegedly, 3 years, 133 guaranteed. That's $44.3 million. I think they say the average person will see about 500,000 to $1 million in a 20 to 30 year history. So do the math when you think about it. I'm an Alabama native by way of Texas. I think I'll end up seeing some millions, but I don't think I'll end up seeing 44. But this guy's getting it, and he turned that one down. So, I mean, seems to me like he came from Florida, not a terrible upbringing, but he wasn't really bringing in the big bucks. So at 44.3, that's a lot of principle to stand on. And I think Daniel Jones got 4 years, 40, and the guy can barely throw, and he was basically playing in Lamar style, wing tee, kind of shotgun kind of an offense, and that's basically what Lamar's doing, and playing that kind of style. It's actually Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts is actually developing with actually 2 number 1 receivers, and he has a tight end. So that makes things a lot trickier when Lamar has a tight end, no number 1. He has serviceable receivers, but the difference between serviceable and average is about 400 to 600 yards. And you say, well, what's 400 to 600 yards? So at 700, 800 yards, you're a credible receiver. You deserve to be in the NFL. That's great. But if you want to get on that Larry Fitzgerald, Megatron, you got to be over 12. You got to be over 12 or already hitting that right at 12, 13. So 700, 12, 1300, you balling. Cooper Kupp had the Triple Crown. I think he had 17. So you see where I'm going with this. So that's one thing. The next thing, we're going to get to the specifics. Missed the last 10 of 22 games to end the last 2 seasons, which was 2022 and 2021. Significant because availability is your best availability. And I know, having been an athlete, when you get those thigh contusions and ankles and knees, when your ankle starts to go, as a fast twitch athlete, basically that's cornerbacks, receivers, linebackers, running backs. When that those muscles, those bones start to break down. It's just a matter of time. I mean, Father Time's gonna come up on you like a ninja, and you'll never know, because there's soft tissue injuries, and those injuries zap your ability to move quickly and suddenly. And as a wide receiver or quarterback, you have to move suddenly to evade 250 to 350 pound men that want to pancake you. So that's where it comes in. Now, I'm not trying to be biased on this next point, but it's a relative fact. His mother is his advising counsel, and he has a non-certified Ken Francis that the NFL actually sent a memo out to discourage doing business with this individual during the combine. So it kind of works like this. You want the Deshaun deal, which is 4 or 5 years, 230 guaranteed. Well, here's why they got it. You had Baker Mayfield, which had a busted shoulder, bum knee for the last 2 years. He's a short to medium quarterback who never threw for the average, which was 4,000 plus, 30 tubs. You get the point. So Deshaun is doing this with nothing. And in the middle of doing that, they trade away D-Hop. So he's still dropping dimes. So that's how he got. The Cleveland owner said, give me him that, here's the check. Well, the reason why Lamar is not getting it is because Lamar runs basically a modified wing tee, which his legs is his biggest attribute, and his number one receiver is a tight end. Now, don't get me wrong, I remember some Todd Heap, I remember some Jay Novacek, I remember some Ertz, I remember some Brent Jones, Bovaro, Shockey, Gonzalez, Sharp, you name it. I remember these guys. But the thing about it is, that can't be your number one receiver. So when your mom is brokering a $200+ million contract, I myself am from nothing. I would hire an agent, give him that 3 to 5%, whatever it is, and get it done. Because here's the thing about representation. In the African American community in the NFL, the representation is not there. So everyone who's talking on your behalf might not look like you. So I'm trying to convince someone that might not look like you, but I'm good for your business. Now, I said that to say something. You can't. It's not that you can't make the deal with a black agent. That's not what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is you're in need of something that your talents do justify. But it's an outlier. Patrick Mahomes had I believe a 10-year, 450, but it breaks down to a series of 1-year contracts at a cap friendly, I believe it's like 44, 45, something like that. Well, Lamar's in the 50 million category as of now. So 40 to 50 million is his ballpark, and we're saying 44 is the basement of that. Daniel Jones got 40 for 4 years. He's way better than that. Is he better than that? Yeah. Is he better than the top 5? Can he carry a team? Yes. Okay. So funny story goes back to Lamar Jackson. His mom, there was a story that came out about him catching some punts at Louisville. And his mom got wind of it, shut it all down. His mom's been in control or steering him since this young man was a young man. He's still a young man, but in our community, he who makes the money wears the pants. But in this instance, he who is son, mom wears the pants. I personally would have called a super agent, said, hey, get it done. And here's your 3 to 5%, whatever it is, and get it done. Now, here's what they're doing, trying to sweep the pot. OBJ just signed a 1-year, $15 million, $3 million in incentives. He got 13.5 something like that to sign. Lamar's exclusive tag is 32. Half of your salary just went out to a wide receiver coming off 2 bum knees. Now that might be your boy. But the thing about it is, you're getting older, you're taking these hits, and you're unconventional. I love some Lamar Jackson. I love me some Lamar Jackson, excuse me. But the point of it is, I can see both sides. I believe the man deserves his money. But is he better than Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, Deshaun? I gotta squint my teeth on that one. He's not. Is he in that conversation? Yes, he's in the next tier. He's not in that conversation. If it was any of those quarterbacks, he would get his 230 guaranteed. Kirk Cousins got a series of 3 contracts together, over $200 million over a 5 or 6 year period. He played the franchise tag game. Then he got a couple contracts from Minnesota guaranteed. They were short contracts, but he got all his money guaranteed. Play the Kirk Cousins deal, play the Lamar Jackson deal. Me personally, I would play the Kirk Cousins deal. I would take that 3-year 133. Say, okay, can you get it up to 140, 150? We good. That's 50 million, or close to 50 million. That's just me. I don't know. Lamar, it's up to you. I wish you the best, brother. Get your money. But at the same time, love your mom, but you can't broker a $200+ million deal for me. I would pay an agent, get it done, and that means that. Thank you for taking this time to rabble with the rant. Appreciate your time and your clicks. Signing off.